So, wow, this is pretty cool. This is something we have never done before, and I wasn't sure whether we would be able to pull it off. Sierra, can you come on over and get us set up with our slides and so forth? Sarah is the slide whiz. So welcome. This is the first ever at UMBC, and I think maybe the first ever of its kind, Grand Challenge Symposium. And what we are hoping to do today is to raise awareness on campus of the Grand Challenge Scholars Program and what it's all about, encourage students to consider participating, encourage faculty and staff and administrators to get involved in supporting us and supporting our students, and sort of tell you a little bit about the program. So I have a couple of little slides up here. Maybe shift a little bit. The waters part and everything opens. And by the way, speakers, I am sorry I forgot to mention that we are going to videotape today, so I hope that's okay. Surprise! So just a few little words. What are the Grand Challenges? The Grand Challenges are 14 big problems facing society that were identified by a panel of international experts in engineering and science who came together about 8 years ago to talk about what are the big problems facing society that will require large interdisciplinary long-term efforts to solve. And they came up with these 14 problems that are in 4 areas, and I've color-coded them for your convenience. So there are a set of problems in the area of sustainability and the environment, solar power, clean water, managing the nitrogen cycle. There's a set of problems that are in the area of health, so health informatics and designing better medicines. There's a set of problems in the area of infrastructure, improving urban infrastructure, creating tools for scientific discovery. That's in the other one, sorry. Nuclear safety, they actually call it preventing nuclear terror. But I didn't want to put terror on the very first slide because I thought, let's start out a little more positive. And then the final set is a set that we sometimes call the joy of living. And these are about ways to make our lives better through scientific discovery, through personalized learning, by understanding how our brains work and how we can learn and think and do things better. So these are the Grand Challenges. The little collage in the back is from an exercise that we had our this year's cohort of Grand Challenge scholars do at their retreat. We sent them out across campus to do a scavenger hunt, Grand Challenge scavenger hunt, where they had to find things on campus that were related to the 14 Grand Challenges. And so those are some of the photographs they came up with from campus. Why should you get involved with Grand Challenges? Well, we have what we call the Grand Challenge Scholars Program, which is designed particularly for students who are at the end of their sophomore year, going into their junior year, who are interested in engaging with big problems, working on interdisciplinary teams, and thinking about how their personal disciplinary interests and career goals align with big problems and how they can broaden their skills and their way of thinking about these problems to really make an impact beyond what you might learn in your thermodynamics class directly. So what are some of the things you get to do? Well, you get to work on interesting and challenging problems. You get to be part of the community of scholars. And I've seen our 15 current scholars come together as a community, a very interdisciplinary community, in a way that I had hoped for but hadn't quite anticipated. Seeing some of the learning and the conversations that are going on is really exciting because the students are thinking about big problems and working with people who are very unlike they are. They're from different perspectives, different backgrounds, different majors, and it's really, I think, been challenging but rewarding for the students to learn from each other. I want to emphasize that our Grand Challenge Scholars Program, unlike most of the other scholars programs you may hear about at other universities, our program is open to students in any major across the university. We have an ancient studies major, we have a global studies major, we have a biology major, we have engineering majors. Anybody and everybody, it doesn't matter what you're in. I would actually love to have a theater major in this program because I think that theater and the arts speak to how science and technology and the world around us connect to our personal goals and our humanity. And this is really important for us to be able to adopt solutions and solve these big problems. By going through the program, there's a series of Grand Challenge seminars that you take, and you get upper level course credit for that, so that's useful for some students in a practical sort of sense. And you get to receive mentoring that lets you create a personalized plan of study because everybody's Grand Challenge experience is different. After the symposium talks, we have a number of our current scholars who are going to be around the back of the room talking about what they're working on and what their personal experience has been, and you'll find out that they're all very different. They're doing different things in different ways, but they're all having some common experiences. And at the end, they create an electronic portfolio. We focus on teamwork, on leadership, on interpersonal skills, on those sort of outside the classroom things that are important for your professional career and your future life, but aren't always emphasized as much in the classroom. And at graduation, if you complete all of the requirements, you receive recognition as a National Academy of Engineering Grand Challenge Scholar, and you get to wear what is going to be the coolest graduation medallion out there. We're just in the process of ordering these and getting them ready to go. So and maybe we'll have lapel pins. That's what I'm excited about. So. Okay, I'm just going to say very briefly, the focus of the program is the grand challenges, and every student chooses a grand challenge to focus on, but there's these 5 cross-cutting program areas that everyone has some experience with by the end of the program. They are research, interdisciplinarity, entrepreneurship, global experiences, and service learning. And so the goal is to identify experiences in all of those areas related to your grand challenge and think about how it all connects together. And that sounds a little daunting, and it's a process. It takes time. And so our first cohort came in last fall and are in their second semester working their way through the program. And in the second year, they will become the mentors for the incoming cohort. So they didn't have any mentors. They were the guinea pigs. Next year, the incoming students will have the benefit of those students who have already been through the experience. Okay, and I'm going to skip the details of it and ask Sierra to come and pop up our symposium slides. Thank you. I'm one of those, I don't know the technology and I have no idea what's on this computer right now. All right, so I'm going to come out from behind the mic and I'm going to stay behind the mic and do a quick introduction, and then I'm going to ask the whole line to slide down this way. So hang on a second. So we have 14 very brave, very generous faculty members who have volunteered their time to prepare a talk, unlike any other talk they've given, and come participate in this crazy experiment where I asked all of these distinguished researchers and scholars whether they would please come give a talk on this complex, thorny issue. And by the way, will you please do it in 2 minutes? And also, we're going to put you on a timer so you can't take more than 2 minutes. So these slides auto-advance after this first one. And we have never done this before, and we're going to see how it goes. So I want to really thank them, because it would have been really easy to say, I got something else to do that day and not participate in this particular event. But I think it's going to be really interesting. I've seen the slides and I know all of these scholars, and it's going to be exciting. So their names are up here. You've got a handout. I'm not going to do long intros because we'll be here all day. But we have Nilanjan Banerjee from Computer Science and Electrical Engineering, Lee Blaney from Biochemical and Environmental Engineering, Carlos Romero Talamas from Mechanical Engineering. We have David Lansing from, I always get the whole name wrong, Geography and Environmental Systems. Maggie Holland, also from Geography and Environmental Systems. Aaron Lavick from Biochemical and Environmental Engineering. Helena Mentis from Information Systems. Sungjin Kim from Computer Science and Electrical Engineering. Nagma Karimi from Computer Science and Electrical Engineering. Simon Stacy from Political Science and Interim Vice Provost and Dean for Undergraduate Education. And I'm sorry, your title got a little mangled there, I'm seeing now. Omar Ka from Modern Languages, Linguistics, and Intercultural Communication. Lee Boot from Visual Arts and the Imaging Research Center. Tim Oates from Computer Science and Electrical Engineering, and Jemima Slaughter from Computer Science and Electrical Engineering. So you see there's departments from all across campus that are represented here in this group, and we hope that the students will take that to heart and go tell all your friends, no matter what major they're in, how cool this program is and how they should get involved in it, because we really want that diversity and people with different backgrounds. And if you're not sure if you belong in this program, trust me, you belong in this program, because it is created by the students that are in it. All right, so let's slide down this way. And our first volunteer, Sierra, is going to come hit the button on you. Where's Sierra?
There's an animation towards the end.
It should do it automatically, but Sierra is going to stand right back here and troubleshoot anything that goes wrong. So thank you very much, and please welcome our speakers.